where he attended President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah's swearing in. Ministry of Health registers 6 malaria-related deaths countrywide.
And in sports, Zabras defeated by visiting Algeria in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers.
And there is Tebogang Sebetlela joining us later on our sport desk. Patricia Shobonyane is interpreting in sign language. Welcome and thank you for joining us. Now, President Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah has been sworn in today as Namibia's first female president, following her being democratically elected the 5th president of Namibia last year. President Advocate Duma Boko joined several African heads of state and former presidents, including Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, in Namibia to witness this occasion. President Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah has played a crucial role in Namibia's independence and has served in political and ministerial roles. Ifile Mokhauzane reports. Now, residents of Gulubane village have been urged to venture into value chain opportunities available for the products they produce from their fields. This was said by the Member of Parliament for Tati West, Mr. Justin Hunyepa, during a Khotla meeting at Gulubane village, highlighting that as the new government, they are determined to improving people's lives. Abigail Madorobo with more.
Mr. Hunyepa encouraged residents to leverage the various crop production value chains activities, among them planting and transportation of goods to the market, to unlock more job opportunities. He says it is time people are capacitated to perform all the value chain activities so as to improve their livelihoods.
That is the main objective. Really push UDC. The mineral
Our main objective as the new government is to improve people's life. Botswana have so much wealth. We have more than 12 minerals in the country. If taken care of, it can improve people's livelihoods. I want to use CCP fund on farming so that we make value chains out of the crops we get from the field.
CCP. Ke batla gore di plastene tse di leng teng ha le so gore ka di agella bontha bonga be re kgaoganya re aga mo plaseng eo ri ra tshimo hela be re ka di terekere tse 4 ebta re lema le belebele mo teng nthangwe re lema manoko nthangwe re lema magapu manoko a be re bata machinery la plant le tona ko China le re plant eo mo manoko ngao izota entsha mahura mo teng into peanut butter.
Gulubane residents appreciated the developments taking place in their village.
Grading of Gulubane Hubona Road, but grade and tota.
We appreciate grading of Gulubane Road and the expansion of the clinic.
Ke bone selelo sa rona ka re sa radio le sone. Ke bone di advert tsa clinic gore o ka re e tlo go expandiwa. Go a solohetsa.
Sale ka re ra apply tse le bala ka hala la motshameng. Nako kholo ke e ntse emi.
We have long applied for a sporting ground. The time is now. Since we haven't got the answer, we are pleading with you for your assistance in acquiring the ground. Residents were asked to work together towards developing their village. In other news, Mr. Hunyepa advised those who have benefited from the Chema program to grow their businesses and create more jobs, highlighting that the money obtained is now a grant. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Gulubane.
President Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah has been sworn in today as Namibia's first female president, following her being democratically elected the 5th president of Namibia last year. President Advocate Duma Boko joined several African heads of state and former presidents, including Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, in Namibia to witness this occasion. President Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah Nandi Ndaitwah has played a crucial role in Namibia's independence and has served in political and ministerial roles. Kifile Mokhautsani reports.
It has taken the Republic of Namibia 35 years to pass on the presidential baton to a woman. Albeit seemingly delayed, it is a feat many countries across the world are yet to achieve. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah becomes the second democratically elected female president in Africa, following on the footsteps of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia. Alongside her liberation credentials in her home country, at 42 years old in 1995, Ndaitwah led the African negotiating team to the Beijing conference that impressed on a just world premised on gender equality.
I believe that having been elected as president of my country will encourage women from all walks of life to stand up and to be counted, with a clear understanding that I was not elected because I'm a woman, but on merit.
President Boko and 8 other heads of state from Africa, several former heads of state, leading women from the continent, as well as the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, attended this historic occasion.
Today, our fathers, the late Mwalimu Julius Nyerere and the late Sam Nujoma, may their souls rest in peace, must be beaming with pride, seeing that the emancipation of the empowerment of women they fought for has bear fruits, with 2 of the great daughters leading 2 great nations guided by their principles.
The first female president of Namibia sets the bar too high for the girl child on the continent.
We need political will, but we also need not to talk it, but to do it. And so there are lots of capable women on the continent, everywhere. There is no country that doesn't have capable women. It's just that the political parties must have that will and conviction that women can lead.
Ndaitwah becomes the 5th president of Namibia, taking over from President Nangolo Mbumba, who led the country during a 1-year period of grief to complete the term of the 3rd president, Hage Geingob, who died in office in 2024.
It has been a long journey filled with trials and tribulations. But just as our struggle for independence, spearheaded by gallant sons and daughters of Namibia, has paid dividends, likewise the struggle for gender justice, spearheaded by brave women of Namibia and their allies across the international community.
Namibia has recorded rapid growth since independence in 1990, and President Ndaitwah is expected to accelerate that growth and improve the lives of the nearly 3 million citizens through her feminine touch to demonstrate that excellence transcends gender binaries. Kifilo Makhatsani, BTV News, Windhoek, Namibia.
Meanwhile, President Advocate Maboko has arrived from Namibia, where he attended the inauguration ceremony of President Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah that was held in Windhoek this morning. Namibia's first female president was democratically elected, the 5th president of that country last year. The 72-year-old, who once held the position of the vice president, has vowed to diversify the Namibia's economy, among other issues of concern in that country. President Boko was among world leaders who came to witness the historic event of SADC's first female president. Now, the Minister of State President continues with its countrywide donations targeting various districts in the aftermath of heavy floods last month, which caused devastating health and social and infrastructural impact across the country. Today, the Minister, Moeti Mohasa, handed over mosquito nets to the Minister of Health, Dr. Stephen Mudise, adding to resources mobilization efforts to various districts to manage the outbreak of malaria cases reported in various districts. When receiving the donations, the health minister noted that 6 deaths of malaria were reported in various districts such as Okavango, Chobe, Boteti, Totome and Khanti. Minister Mohasa also noted that his ministry has provided financial and pharmaceutical aid as part of major efforts to provide relief to affected areas.
ba botsogo ba supile ha ile gore go na le malaria o montsi o ile gore o teng go di kgaolo dingwe go pula ne le teng le gone mo gaboro ya no re bone gore dinete tse le tse dingwe tse di teng re dinele ba dinele gore ba ya go di dirisa mo go lwantsheng malaria le gore batho ba itshireletse mo menanyeng. State president through fund ya disaster ba tsere madi a kgalanga 50,000 ba neela dikgaolo tse di harologanyeng gore di thuse mo seemong se mme ke tsaya dikgaolo tse e leng gore ga di se di dirise madi ke tla dirisa mo madi a go ipakanyetsa mo diemong go ipakanya diemo tsone tsa malaria because see what is important ke gore ne re bua gore lebelela le sa lebelele metsi a na le go seemo sa malaria gompieno se teng ga because dipula tse di tlileng
setse re gole dintsho di ka tshwara 6 already mme ha re lebelela le selekanyo se re se tshwantshanya le sa ngwago o hitile sa tshwenya hela thata dikgaolo tse leng gore di amegile thata di amiwa ke malaria ke dikgaolo tse di go bokone tse le ha tsela rona bua ka dikgaolo di tshwana le bo Kavango, Chobe, Ngamiland, Boteti, Gantsi jalo jalo diano mo go tsibogeleng tsone dikgantse tsa malaria ka o itse gore malaria wa namiswa yalo ke mona ke yalo ra amogela di mosquito net tse leng gore re tla re di romela gone go dikgaolong tseo ba go taleletsa ditsompelo tse leng gore re setse re na le tsone gore mme maiteko a rona ha hellela ha le melemo le tsote tse leng gore di a tlhokagala go go dikgaolong tseo setse re rulagantse gore di go goroga.
Meanwhile, the acting director of healthcare services in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Oratile Mofokeng Selei, says this year's malaria outbreak has reached areas that were initially declared malaria-free, and this calls for a proactive response to the outbreak.
Nako yone ke re le mo gone mo Botswana re thela re itemogela gore go na le mahelo a nang le a nna yalo le di cases tsa malaria mo Botswana mme gompieno re iphitlhela re le mo seemong se e leng gore re na le di cases tsa malaria mo mahelong a e leng gore ga nke re nna le di case mo gone kana re iphitlhela le gore re na le koketsego ya di case yalo kana batho ba ba nang le bolwetse ba malaria ba heta dipalo tse re di solehetseng mahelo a e leng gore nna re solehetse gantsi ra re ke mahelo a endemic for malaria mo Botswana ke mahelo a tshwana le Okavango, Northwest kana Ngamia ka ne re itse Chobe, Totome, Bobirwa, Phalape le Boteti mme gompieno gore be le gore re bore kua mokgosi yana ke gore mo gona mahelo a ra twetseng re iphitlhela re na le koketsego e go godimo thata ya batho ba ba tshwarang ka bolwetse ba malaria gona le ka ha re twetseng ka teng mme go heta ona mahelo a ka ba dileng gape re iphitlhela le gore re na le mahelo a mangwe a re sa toelang ka gore a nne le batho ba ba nang le malwetse a malaria jalo mahelo a akaretsa mahelo a tshwana le gantsi go botlhokwa thata gore ke bua ka gantsi ka gore ke lehelo le e leng gore re setse re le declare re le ga lena bolwetse ba malaria mme gompieno re iphitlhela bona le batho ba ba tsenweng yalo ke malaria Francis Town, Gaborone, Mahalape, Kgatleng le Kweneng mme gone mo gape mo gore thusitseng thata e se hela gore dipalo di ile go godimo yalo re na le gone gape gore re na le koketsego ya batho ba e leng gore ba ne ba latlhegelwa ke matshelo ka ntata ya malaria gore ke be mo dipalo tse mo gore Batswana ba kgone ba di tharologanya ngwaga o hitileng re ne ra nna le batho ba babedi hela ba ne ba latlhegetswe ke botshelo ka ntata ya bolwetse ba malaria mme gompieno ngwaga rona re o ema ka May mme gompieno re iphitlhela le gore re na le batho ba setse ba le 6 ba latlhegetsweng ke botshelo yalo ka ntata ya malaria.
You're still watching BTV News. Thank you for staying with us. Now moving on. The Minister of Higher Education, Mr. Prince Maile, says one of their mandate as the new government is to improve the livelihoods of Botswana and share that it can be attainable through the use of technical vocational education training, as it has the potential to reduce unemployment rate. Speaking during a courtesy call by the British High Commissioner to Botswana, Mr. Giles Elliot Nteknap in Gaborone on Thursday, Minister Maile underscored Botswana's interest in collaborating with the UK in the area of higher education. Jessica Pilani has more.
The courtesy call between Minister Maele and the British High Commissioner, His Excellency Giles Ntignep, was to discuss new ways to enhance the long-standing bilateral bond that the two countries share, which dates back to Botswana's independence. During the presentation, Minister Maele emphasized that they are open and willing to cooperate with the UK in areas such as skills development, as their agenda as the new government is to improve the lives of Botswana through education.
We are basically trying to put emphasis on TVET for 2 or 3 reasons. One, that we believe that it is one of those that can solve the big problem that we have of unemployment. So if you skill your people, they become plumbers, they become electricians, we think that they can actually solve the problem of unemployment, working for themselves or whatever. And then the second reason is that we believe that it can help in terms of diversifying the economy. So that is basically our mandate, and we are willing to cooperate with you. We are willing to work together in fulfilling some of this the agenda.
Our aim is to produce globally competent and competitive health human resource. Already our products are absorbed in an international market. Therefore, we would love to explore collaborations.
For his part, the British High Commissioner emphasized that the United Kingdom remains committed to support education in Botswana as it is crucial in economic diversification.
Education is everything. We're nothing without education, and we are very proud to partner with the government in all the ways that we do. And looking forward, we are keen to find new ways, innovative ways to partner. But we remain as committed as ever to education and our support to education in Botswana.
Minister Maele assured His Excellency Mr. Giles Ntignep that they are looking forward to participate in the Education World Forum, which will be held in London, to benchmark on how to grow this country through education. Jessica Pilani, BTV News, Gaborone.
In an interview with BTV News, the livestock procurement manager for Botswana Meat Commission at Lobatse, Mr. Motlokomedi Gaitshetse, mentioned that the Commission's new cattle procurement initiative aimed at enhancing the attraction of throughput to its abattoir facilities in Lobatse and Maung affected on 17 March 2025. The adjustments include the contracting of EU-eligible cattle, which is now only for Sound Prime and Sound Super. The minimum prerequisite number consists of minimum prerequisite number of 50 cattle per delivery for individual farmers, minimum prerequisite contract number of 500 animals per annum for syndicates, clusters and cooperatives, and a minimum prerequisite contract number of 1,000 cattle per annum for large-scale operations.
Re mo thekong ya dikgomo re dire thulaganyo tse pedi kgotsa 2 models tsa procurement tsa go reka dikgomo mo bathong. Ya ntlha le gone goreng re reka dikgomo ka kontraka contract supply. Ya bobedi ya be nna le gone goreng ke mo go buletsweng hela dikgomo di ka tahela mongwe le mongwe ha na le kgomo a ka tsisa. Ya diphetogo tse dintse re di hitala gone mo thulaganyong ya kontraka ye rileng go tshimologong. Ebe supa go supahala gore motho a tse dikgomo ke gore ba ka nna dikgomo di ka nna 3,000 tsa ka di tisa mo ngwageng gore a kgone gore a hitelle go ka tsena lenaneo le la kontraka. Me thulaganyo eo e baakantswe mo nakong ya gompieno. Go hokuditswe palo ya 3,000 go isiwa hela go 50 e le 50 gore motho o pehele o na le kgomo tsa gagwe tse leng gore ke dikgomo tse ke ta tlhalosang sente gore ke tsa di SP le tsa di super. SP le kgomo ya 0 to 2 teeth and then super le dikgomo tsa 4 teeth. E leng gore di SP tseo di rekwa ka 48 pula per kg, di SS tsone di super di rekwa ka 46 pula per kg. Me ntse go le go gape ga tusulisiwa ga dirwa le goreng e gape go 500 ya no ye le batho ba ka ikgobokanyang ba dira clustera e le di cooperatives kgotsa di association gore ba ka kgona gore ba dire thulaganyo ba sane kontraka ya ngwaga gore nya re ka le ha dikgomo di le 500 e be ba ka supa jalo ba ba tsena mo kontrakeng mme ba tisa dikgomo tsone tse ke tlhalositse gore ke tsone tse di batiwang mo mathabelong gore ditego di nna le boleng jo bo rileng jana ga ba go nna gape le tsa large scale operations ba ba atogileng go heta gongwe ba bangwe ba rui tsone di 1000 gore motho a ka tsena mo kontrakeng gore a ba ka hitella tsone di price go tsa ditlhwatlhwa tsa bo 48 pula 46 pula tsa di-category tseo mo ditlhwatlhweng tsele tsa ntha tse ne ke bua ka tsone tsa EU dikgomo tsene tse tsa kontraka dituelo tsa teng di tsa 30 days gore ha o le mo kontraka o ka duelwa 30 days mme ha o se mo kontrakeng gone o duelwa more 14 days.
The Deputy Director at the Department of Social Development, Ms. Homole Motsela-Khopo, says excessive use of goods and services can cause harm to humans, the environment, and can also lead to depletion of resources. She says, therefore, people should adopt mindful shopping habits to reduce waste. Ms. Motsela-Khopo said this at the commemoration of International Home Economics Day. With more.
This year, the International Home Economics Day cautions the public against the dangers of overconsumption of goods and services, such as buying excessive groceries, which often leads to overeating and some health problems. Ms. Motsela-Khopo said buying too many clothes is harmful to the environment, as a lot of clothes always end up in landfills, thus resulting in pollution.
Sepela so nang le sone gompieno ka tsa se kae re itemogetse gore mo baneng ba banyenyane ba ba tsanang dikolo tse dinyenyane daycare center re le batsadi gantsi ga re ba pakela re ba tsenyetsa mopako go a sekolo.
A good example of overconsumption is how parents overfeed their children with junk food that can result in obesity instead of picking healthy food for them.
Di nna borai mo matshelong a bone wa go ithela le gore bana ba go nna jalo gantsi ba tshabelelwa ke dikgang tsa obesity.
So these tolo tse re di bonang ka ke tsa batho ba ileng gore ba ne ba fandiwa ke governmente gore ba simolle income generating projects. Hela jaaka ga re bua gore we want to see economies tsa batho di hetoga tse dingwe because of the theme e re le mo go yone gompieno ye re buang ka ene tackling overconsumption.
As much as we want to see our economy grow with the contribution of government funded businesses, we also want them to recycle and avoid overproduction.
We generate waste. E leng gore waste ya teng le yone at the end of re batla gore e be e boa e re busetsa.
Me gantsi ga batho ba overfeed kana ba overconsume, especially mo nutritioning re hela re nna le bo non-communicable diseases tsa bo diabetes bo hypertension tse le gore ke tsone tse.
Overeating can cause diabetes and other life-threatening diseases.
Ba itse gore di risk tsa bone go tsamaelana le gone malwetse ona a sa tshelaneng ao ke dife be re khona go ba romela ko dingakeng tse di maleba.
Businesses have been cautioned to reduce overconsumption of goods by minimizing overstocking and overproduction.
Re na le dibeke tse re di dirang ka di-patch ke
use excess materials to make products instead of buying more fabrics, which can lead to overproduction.
Normally our loyal customers and our regular customers.
We sell liquid soap and encourage our customers to do refills. Ms. Motsela-Khopo said overconsumption can lead to mental health problems such as anxiety and depression, as one can constantly look for the next purchase to satisfy their desire to acquire more. BTV News, Gaborone.
It is time for sport news in Tebogang Sebetlela on standby.
Thank you very much, Shulibile Samoka. Now, Botswana Tonight Sports News follows with me, Ntabuhan Sebetlela. The senior men's national team, the Zebra suffered a 3-1 defeat to Algeria in a Group G 2026 World Cup qualifying encounter that was played at Obedi Tani Chilume in Francistown. The loss leaves the Zebras in position 4 in Group G standings with 6 points from 5 outings. Let's look at the highlights of that encounter. Tlokweni United coach Muthusi Tlowe says he expects a lot from his troops ahead of their crucial encounter against National First Division South League locked leaders Police 11 on Saturday. Victoria Dakin.
Currently, Tlokweni United is breathing heavily on the neck of local leaders Police 11 with only 3 points separating them. They have so far managed to win 6 games, including a 2-1 win against Precinct 11 in their last encounter, lost 3 and drew 4 in 13 matches. Coach Tlowe says they are ready to take the bull by its horns.
I know it's all about the effort and the work rate and the dedication of my players. My players are very dedicated to their training methods. So in terms of the work rate, that one I can assure you, I can able to try and collect the maximum points.
Tlokweni United, who were knocked out of the Orange FA Cup by Muchiri Center Chiefs with a 3-0 scoreline, have an injury-free squad. However, they have one suspension of Samson Samusa Martin, who has received 2 yellow cards.
My team is one of the teams that conceded the least goals. So I have to work more on the offensive side, which is the striking force. So from today until tomorrow, I'll be much concentrated on the offensive side, is because that's where I'm lacking.
Coach Tlowe will be relying on strikers Penyo Molefe and Isaac Khosipula to bang the goals in order to continue giving the Jungle Kings a tough competition. Tlokweni United Police 11 clash kicks off at 1600 hours at Botswana Police College in Otse on Saturday afternoon. Victoria Daken, BTV Sport, Tlokweni.
Head coach of Police 11 Football Club, Mandivenga Parazai, says to keep their dream of gaining automatic promotion to the Premier League alive, they have to make a kill in each game until the end of 2024-2025 football season. The Jungle Kings vow to start this on Saturday when they host the second place Tlokweni United in the National First Division South League top of the table clash. Kariso Mulelekwa.
The Jungle Kings goes into this clash sitting in position 1 with 25 points from 7 wins, 4 draws and 2 losses after 13 games. According to Coach Parazai, a win against Tlokweni United will keep their hopes for an automatic promotion alive.
It's a top of the table clash. We're playing TU. We are ahead of them 3 points, and I'm sure they're coming here for nothing else but a win. But we are equally prepared. Where we are, I don't think we can really afford to lose points. It's a quarter to Premier League time, so the boys are ready, we are ready. We've done our homework. Kagame at TU, we've noticed it's a team where they don't concede a lot. So it shows you that they are good defensively. So if a team is good defensively, we need to find ways whereby we can see how we can break them. But I believe it's what we've been working for, what we've been working at this whole week.
The former City Portet coach further said, despite few injuries, they have done a thorough assessment of their opponents.
We've got a few knocks, we've got a few injuries. 3 of my guys are limping, but we're still waiting for the medical staff to give us the feedback and see if they can maybe pass a late fitness test. But if they're not there, I believe the guys who fill in are equally good. Our approach really is to go and really attack. Because if they are good defensively, it means most of the time they play defensively. So if you're playing a team that plays defensively, you cannot also go and play defensively. Because this game, we need a win, not a draw. Unless if we're saying, okay, fine, let's go for a point, maybe we could come also defending. But it's a game that we need 3 points so that we can become clear. So it's going to be an all-attack game.
Ready for TU. Our preparations for a game against Tlokweni United are going well. We are aiming for maximum points because our target is to return to Premier League. Despite few injuries, every player is ready and looking forward to do their best. The second round of the league is very competitive as all teams want maximum points, but we are ready for the challenge.
Second round go thata morena me team ya me ready re compete ra bela mo league ba both ya ba tshepa a di ba le ka September.
To date, the 2005-2006 Botswana Premier League champions have scored 20 goals and conceded 9 to remain edged at the apex of First Division South League, 3 points ahead of second place Tlokweni United. Kick-off time for Police 11 Tlokweni United clash is 4 p.m. at Botswana Police College in Otse. Kagiso Mmolele kwa PTV Sport, Botswana Police College, Otse.
Now and lastly, in other Saturday National First Division South League games, Magos will battle it out with Presidency 11 at Sirak Crowns and Ramotswam. Taungia Strikers will lock horns with third place joining Young Stars at SSD Crowns, while Notwani will be up against the Holy Ghost at Organic Acres Crowns. From the sports desk, that's all I had for you this evening until we meet again tomorrow. Now, we'll be some more guys on standby to remind us of our top leading stories.
President Advocate Maboko returns from Namibia, where he attended President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah's swearing in. Ministry of Health registers 6 malaria-related deaths countrywide.
And in sports, the Zabras defeated by the Sting Algeria in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers.
That is all the news we had for you this hour. Stay with us. Weather is up next.
Good evening and welcome to today's weather forecast brought to you by Mpho Ishwadhar. Clouds were visible over most parts of the country with warm afternoon temperatures recorded over much of the country except over Ngamiland and Chobe district where hot afternoon temperatures were recorded. Now looking to the current satellite picture, clouds are still visible over most parts of the country and we are not expecting any showers this evening. For tomorrow, partly cloudy conditions are expected with isolated thunder showers over southern Kalahari district and over the remaining districts, fine to partly cloudy conditions are expected. In the morning, mild temperatures are expected over southern southeast Katlehongwen and southern central and northeast districts, ranging between 13 degrees Celsius over Francistown to 15 degrees Celsius over Siloepikwe and Plajan. In other parts of the country, warm temperatures are expected in the morning, ranging between 16 degrees Celsius over Ngojane to 19 degrees Celsius over much of Ngamiland district. In the afternoon, hot temperatures are expected over the northern part of the country, ranging between 33 degrees Celsius over Shakawe and Panamatenga to 34 degrees Celsius over Gumare, Maung and Kasane. In other parts of the country, warm afternoon temperatures are expected ranging between 29 degrees Celsius over Veda and Jwaning to 32 degrees Celsius over Tsabong, Khanzi, Letlhakane and Maitengu. On Sunday, partly cloudy conditions are expected over Kalahari districts and over the remaining districts, fine to partly cloudy conditions are still expected with warm afternoon temperatures over southern southeast Katlehongwen, southern central and northeast district, ranging between 31 degrees Celsius over Good Hope, Mahalape and Francistown to 32 degrees Celsius over Jwaning and Gaborone. In other parts of the country, hot afternoon temperatures are expected ranging between 33 degrees Celsius over Veda, Khanzi, Shakawe and Suapen to 35 degrees Celsius over Tsabong, Gumare and Kasane. Well, that's all I had for you tonight. Have yourself a good night.